And we're live.
And you know what? A great technology is when what is liposuction can just be in a booth, like real quick in and out. If it can be used as a way to like mitigate lack of discipline instead of like letting yourself get to like my 600-pound life status and then having to get back down and then get to, because I wouldn't want to get to 400 pounds and then get liposuction. I'd want to be like, every time I gain 3 pounds, just nip it in the bud. Boom. I'll pay $200 for that.
I need to lay up on a word here. Arthroscopic surgery. Did I get that right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's open surgery where they put a big cut in you and then they have lots of room to operate. And then I think it's arthroscopic or something very close to that, where they basically put a small hole in you and then they operate through a tube, and if it goes well, then your recovery is much easier. You don't have a giant scar and it's just less invasive on you. Isn't liposuction like that? Don't they just like go in through the belly button and go all over? Why is it so hard to recover from?
I don't know. Brutal. I think you get bruised to shit. Like, have you ever seen a video of a person doing liposuction? Yeah. Like, you imagine that that your skin is kind of like a plastic bag that you could you stab it through your skin again. But this guy's just going hard, like in, out, scraping, poking. You can see like the sharp point sticking through. Like it would almost come through, like the people who stick that knife in the cheek. It's really, really gross.
It's
less gross than being as fat as they are.
I watched a TV show, and the guy needed to lose 20 pounds, right? Maybe he needed to lose 30, and they lipoed like 20 pounds out of him, and it was brutal. His recovery was terrible. It hurt a lot. It was like a non-social recovery for a bit, meaning like it was a little, like you wouldn't want to show what he looked like, and it was awful, and he totally regretted having it done. Even when it was all said and done, he's like, the 10 weeks of recovery is way worse than 10 weeks of weight loss. And in 10 weeks of weight loss, I could have lost nearly 20 pounds too. That's aggressive. But somehow that burned into my head, like, oh, lipo's not a great option. If you're aggressive, how much weight can you lose in 10 weeks? 20 pounds, I don't think is crazy.
Yeah, you lose 20 pounds.
Even if it were 15, that's a lot. And if it's less brutal than lipo and it comes with some lifestyle adjustments that make it more permanent, it just seems like the way to go. Lipo seems bad.
I don't think you're going to look good if you compare working out like a maniac for 10 weeks versus recovery from lipo, where they just randomly scrape fat off the inside. Like, you're going to look all lumpy and weird, right? Especially with that small of a
That's a good point. Yeah, it not only is it more expensive
not there yet. This is a pretend future version of it. Once they've got the kinks out and they can do something, maybe utilizing the power of cold or ions. Get rid of
like a mattress knot. When those air mattresses, like they have that big screw in thing and then a tinier thing that you stick the nozzle. I want the big one right on my stomach. So when I gorge myself on, like when I get a little drunk or I just eat 2 bowls of popcorn, I can pop that thing up and just go like when a mattress and just explode all the food out.
That's so much of a better idea.
Yeah.
You're getting all the pleasure, and you're knowing even as you're eating your treats, there's no guilt. I'll just pop off my mattress, seal stomach, kind of bend over I have to do it in the bath, squeeze myself out like a toothpaste tube.
My stomach is right here. They have that for colostomy bags, right? Like people in a wheelchair, they have a bag for their colon where they can just pull the shit out, just cut it, do it sooner in the stomach, so I can just pull it right out of there.
My friend has cystic fibrosis. And one of the impacts of cystic fibrosis is you have phlegm everywhere. It fucks up your reproductive system. It fucks up your respiratory system. But it fucks up your digestive system. So he can eat anything. He can drink anything. His diet is for shit. But he just doesn't absorb. He doesn't turn food into fat like you and I do. This guy needs like 4,000 calories a day or he starves. His digestive system is inefficient. And he's always telling me, no, you don't want this. And I'm like, I think I do. I think I do. It sounds great. You have abs and you're like 40 something and you're not even trying.
Like, yeah, but I'm in my final lap. Like